Next panel, which will be focusing on NoBoCap tools. Eve Verboven from E4 Health Solutions. Marius Arpit Luminita from Outfactor. Sorry, that's it's Ruminita. Ruminita, lovely. And Jeffrey DeVischer, please. Do you want to show me your lanyard? So that, can you turn your lanyard around? Sorry. Ah, lovely. Thank you. It's written in a strange way here. Right, great. Okay. Could you, Eve, you've introduced yourself, so the other two, could you very, very briefly introduce yourselves and your organisation, please?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
My name is Luminita Arhip, and I'm a project manager at Altfactor, the company who is a partner within the consortium of the NoBoCap project. And we are software developers. We have developed the NoBoCap platform.
Right. If you'd like to pass across.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey DeVisser. I'm head of Notified Body at SGS, and some of my colleagues are here as well, so you can talk to them during the break. My background is basically, before I joined the Notified Body, was 20 years in product development in class 3 products, class 3 with ancillary products on top of that. So I really know large companies, small companies, and now with this last experience, Notified Bodies as well. So I try to tie that together.
Okay, that's great. So we're looking at the available tools such as e-tool identification, emerging technologies, matchmaking, and the NoBoCap community, and how exactly these tools support the SMEs and startups. So, Jeffrey, should we, as you've got the mic, would you like to tell us a little bit more from your perspective and experience?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I think the tools that we've developed, and especially with the help of lean entries here, are important because, especially in the SME area, we see that it's difficult for those companies, and as was said, the singular person that need to define what it is, to really define what it is. And therefore, when we get those files in, even at the product information questionnaire level, we see a lot of discrepancies, we see a lot of misclassification, and that leads to discussions. Sometimes companies accept what we say, sometimes they don't, and then you get into cycles. So it's really time consuming on both ends. So for me, it's really a benefit that we get these things right from the beginning. And it's the benefit for the company, but also for us, as was indicated before.
Okay, thank you. Eve, what is the e-tool and identification of emerging technologies about? Who's involved in the development, and are these accessible generally?
So thanks, and I'd like to thank Heike here, who is actually adapting the tools which exist from the entries into one specifically also for NoBoCap. And so what the content is really that it's an e-learning to see how the regulation specifically applies to the specific innovation from an SME and a startup. And so it was also shown. So it's really guided through, and then the ability to have access to all the guidances that are linked to it. So ultimately that there is an opportunity to very early on in the life cycles for all the different parties within the company to get an appreciation of what this regulation is about. And then ultimately, at the end of the whole process, there is codes being given to characterize the technologies. So the notified body codes are then provided, and then also which notified bodies that are covering those. That's the real, I would say, a first step for all the people that want to get familiarized with the regulation. The tool in itself is available. There is a beta testing, And so via the NoBoCap or via the contacts, it's accessible for people to work it out. And lately we have been working with notified bodies in order to do the borderline cases. So when there are notified bodies that might have different interpretations, to also get some consistency in the ultimate interpretation.
That sounds really interesting, but we all know that there are many notified bodies who don't have the bandwidth to take on new products and new companies. So how do you manage that?
Well, on the aspect with regards to the accessibility for the startups to the notified bodies, I think the first step is that there are high quality files and trust can be built in those. I think it was mentioned before that before you start knocking on the door, you should not go with a try and error attempt. You should really ensure that you are well prepared. And I think that will foster really this ability to get a better access opportunity.
Right. Very interesting. Thank you. Luminita, you are building a platform that will be accessible for market operators as well as notified bodies. Would you like to talk a bit about the platform and what will be the aim and how is development going?
Of course, you already saw within the video we presented before that the platform we built is already at the level of an MVP second version, we like to call it. So we have all the functionalities implemented. We have interfaces available for both categories of users, market operators and notified bodies. We have integrated the e-tool developed by Lean Entries and that Yves presented before. And the aim of the platform is to help both market operators and notified bodies through the functionalities we implemented. So for the market operators, the main aim would be the one of educating and giving guidance through the regulations, and also giving them the opportunity to use the matchmaking module. We already have that developed, one part of it, the one which does the matching in terms of scope. So it shows the market operators, the notified bodies who cover the codes they are trying to certify. For the notified bodies, we intend to bring some help by statistics and analytics available within the platform so that they can have a better understanding of what is coming from the market, all the innovators and manufacturers who are trying to certify, and giving in this way opportunity to build up capacity for what is going to come within the next years, months, to be certified. This is the aim of the platform.
Okay, and when do you think it'll be fully ready?
Next year, it should be ready. Also, the module on the availability should be ready by mid next year.
And then?
This depends also on the availability of notified bodies to insert or include their data about which codes and when they will be able to cover. So this is a part of the platform we are still working on with notified bodies.
Right. Okay, thank you. Question for Jeffrey. We learned that the NoBoCap community also involves know-how partners, consultants, etc. What's your view on how they fit within the drive towards unlocking the MDR and IVDR regulation for innovation?
Yeah, I mean, I already gave a little bit of my perspective on that when I answered another question.
Yeah.
I think they're a crucial part of our network, of our industry, if you pull everything together. Because in today's world, what we see, as I answered, is we get files in, they're not good, and we cannot correct them. We are not in a position, we are not allowed to consult. So it needs to be done outside of our remit. And that's where I think these consultants and other parties are playing an important role in getting these files ready. And also, that would speed up, first of all, a file going through, reduction in cost and time on the company side, but also a reduction on cost and time on our side, because for us it's important to get things certified, not keeping them circling in our processes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.